Hiya, Cosmic Catt here with Cosmic Catt Tarot. So today's reading, I'm going to start out with explaining some thoughts that and downloads that came in my meditation about the reading, and while I had a candle. If you would like to just go fast forward on to the reading itself, it's about 40 minutes in. So if you want to just get into 40 minutes in, and then that will start the reading. But if you like, you're more than welcome to stay. I just wanted to let you know in case you're on a time crunch and you just want to hear a reading. I get it. So I just wanted to let you know that, and thank you for being here. The divine in me sees the divine in you, and we will get started now. Hiya, Cosmic Catt with Cosmic Catt Tarot here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for attending and showing up. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you, leave behind what doesn't. So I had a candle to set intention to meditate with. If you are a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, I do recommend that you use a candle, some sort of flame, a bonfire, something that a flame that you can stare at to help you with your meditations and enhancing that. Just as if you are a water sign, you may want to use water in a cup, like scrying, something of that nature, and so forth. Earth sign, you want to be outside in nature, maybe meditate with a tree. Although we can all do any of those, and I definitely have had profound experiences meditating with trees. I've enhanced my visions by using the flame, and I feel like that's because I am a fire sign. I'm actually double fire. So I feel like if you are in that realm, that it may help you if you've been trying and you're not succeeding on that. So okay, so let's just get started. In this meditation this morning, the animals, spirits that came up were the raven, the crow, and the seahorse. So maybe these resonate with you. Ravens are very close to the spiritual realm. They come down here to our dimension, and then they can go all the way up. They're straight messengers of spirit. So if you see ravens often, or if you've seen one recently, they are protectors. They're also sending messages, and they're possibly looking over you, maybe checking in, and then sending the message on up to spirit, to your guides. Okay, so the crow is the same. Raven and crow, I'm not saying they're the same thing. Crows are smaller than ravens. They both carry wisdom. They both carry insight, and they both can fly all the way to the third dimension. Seahorses are such magical creatures, right? They make me think of unicorns, fairies, things of those natures. Maybe you are perhaps a seahorse spirit. That's your animal spirit. If it is, please drop a seahorse emoji or let me know in the comments below. That's pretty amazing. Yeah. One of the messages I received is that there is a stronger inner aura building within you, and you may be aware of this. You may be having signs and knowing this. Perhaps maybe you're seeing more visuals, or you're picking up on like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, some sort of psychic abilities. If that's happening, this is a confirmation that spirit is letting you know aura expansion is happening, and to not be concerned or worried about that. Heat came up. Heat came up in the reading. Maybe So some of you are having hot flashes, you're going through the change. And I'm not even sure if tanning beds still exist, but that came in the picture. If you go to the tanning bed, or if you know of this, please let me know in the comments below. They were very popular way back in the day, but I don't know that I have seen one in a very, very long time. So, yeah, and sunbathing. So we're like in our fall, about to approach winter here on the East Coast. And so the sunlight is going to be rare for a while, for 2 to 3 months, as we approach winter. So the sun days are crucially important, especially if you're a person that has seasonal depression, or if the sun is just a huge part of your life. The sun is a masculine energy, and that could also mean that you need that for your balance, in order to balance the masculine and feminine energy within you. So if you're available, if you can sunbathe, they're wanting you to do that, and perhaps meditate at the same time to try to gain some insight, their message of what they have for you, and really just relax your soul, because anxiety was something that came up also as I was meditating. And the message to allow spirit in to help heal your heart. Allow spirit in to help heal your heart. Yeah, nurturing your body, pampering yourself. There was a lot of the heart space. It was very important in the reading, in the meditation today. Heart space. Lean into it. That was a message I received. Lean into it. I'm not sure if this is leaning into the heat, or leaning into your stronger inner aura. Lean into spirit with raven, crows, seahorses. Maybe opening up your mindset to not be so limited in your beliefs. That could be something. There was a message of get messy without fear, but with joy, and embrace a childlike mindset. So this to me, this felt immediately like tapping into your inner child. And if you've been trying and struggling and trying to do that, these messages are here for you to help you along the way. So asking for spirit guidance to help you reach your inner child, trying to connect with your inner child with meditations, and allowing yourself to do things that may seem weird or or unusual for you whenever it comes to play. If you're at a grocery store and all of a sudden in your mind it's like, buy a pack of bazooka gum, and you're like, I'm an adult, that try not to allow the immediate blockage block you from doing that, because it's not something you usually do, because you don't want to have to face any sort of repercussions, which anybody really against you over buying a pack of bazooka gum. Come on. But bazooka gum always came with those little comic strips, which was really kind of fun to have a laugh when they were funny anyway, and you got your piece of gum. So, but yeah, getting messy without fear. I think this is all going into your heart space. This is all like things to do to connect with your inner child and your heart. So your solar plexus and your heart chakra. Breathing exercises. Breathing exercises was one. Radiance. there was the radiance there of the energy that felt so warm and welcome that I absolutely just, I felt so calm. So it went from a sense of anxiety to a sense of calmness. And I could see so much gold, pure light. So some of you are very enlightened beings, and that's something to appreciate in yourself. If you're not respecting or honoring that, it's time to. And if you are honoring it, that's wonderful. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. Yeah, have gratitude, love, patience. Crossroads came up. So maybe some of you are at a crossroads in your life and you're trying to figure out which way to go, and maybe you feel whichever way you go is going to be end all be all. Spirit, if there's someone in your life and you feel like the need to separate from them or give them space, give yourself space from the relationship, and it's someone that you relatively spend a lot of time with or you've been close to for years, even family members, and you're feeling more like you just need some clarity on your own, Spirit is saying that's okay. And also that if someone is meant to be in your life, they will be in your life. So just try not to worry yourself. Anytime you start to feel fear or worry, just give that up. Like send that, like either try to take that denser negative energy and through the breathing exercises, breathe in prana and positive energy, and then exhale any stale or stagnant energy. You can even do the the lion's pose in yoga, where you stick your tongue out and just that's a really good way to feel it and to feel all that air going out. And if the exercises don't work, or just moving around, because there's also dance moves that you can do to move your body around and just get your energy flowing. Ecstatic dancing is an option. But if you feel like those things aren't working or you've tried everything, you can call upon your archangels. You can actually just send that up to our archangel, to Saint Germain and the violet flame, and he will transmute that. Most any of the archangels can actually help you with that energy, but that is what Saint Germain's job is actually to do, is to take that stale and stagnant energy and just it's like the phoenix rising, just poof, and then it's released from your energy and you don't have it anymore. And so that's another way of letting go. And if you're holding on to it for a particular reason, dig deeper. Dig deeper is what I'm hearing. Dig deeper into that, because there's a deeper reason as to why you're holding on to that. And it's probably time to release and let it go, and to not have any fear of the unknown that comes with it. There's some of you have birthdays right now. Birthday candle came to mind. They're saying they had said have your wish prepared and focused, because it will manifest into reality. I mean, this year's been pretty powerful. This is 2024. It's also a timeless reading, so even if you're watching in another year, it's still going to have energy for you that you can relate to or possibly feel at this time. But in this year, 2024, we have had a tremendous amount of changes with our weather, with the sky, with an election year, with so much artificial intelligence taking place. There's these Starlink things in the sky. There's a lot of different, we are NASA and other companies, there are doing a lot more technology in space now. And so things have just been, I mean, like we've seen northern lights in areas where they typically have never been before. There's just a lot of different changes that's happened in this year. And so believe that your birthday, if your birthday is in this month of November of 2024 or coming in December, and it hasn't came yet, that when you blow that candle out to make your wish, just be prepared that you're very clear on your wish, and that you set your intention and that you know that it will come true. So that's something really exciting. Let me know in the comments below if this is something for you. And I must show you, when I'm in my backyard gardening, sometimes I get little gifts from spirit. And one of the gifts that I got recently, if you can see this, yeah, this little confetti candle. I have no idea. But I had a reading done prior to this that said, you know, spirit has a gift for you. And then I'm digging in the backyard in my garden, and yeah, this like purple for your third eye candle thing. I just wanted to show you that. So yeah, believe that spirit is with you, and believe that they are sending you messages through coins, through feathers, through animals, insects, birds, like all kinds of ways that they send messages. Even little kids are still have that pure energy, and they're still connected to spirit. And so they may even come up and say something to you, and the message is just profound and hit your heart. And that is them working through spirit. Adult strangers too. I mean, you could be anywhere and a stranger say something that's just like, wow, when you automatically maybe feel a certain person that isn't here any longer, or just a feeling of like you know them and you have just met them. I just got angel bumps all over my arms with that one. But yeah, believe that. Let spirit guide you. I guess there's some stubbornness going on here. I'm guilty as charged of that myself. Drop a bull or a ram down there in the comments if you're stubborn to yourself. But let spirit guide you. I mean, those two messages: allow spirit to help heal your heart. Let spirit guide you. So this is something that is ongoing. And addictions came up. So if you are struggling with an addiction, or if you have a family member struggling with addiction, all of these tools that I've mentioned here are something that can help you. Breathing exercises, paying attention to messages that spirit is sending to you, coins, feathers, animals, birds, insects, reptiles, any of that. Try to be aware of when you're feeling hot or cold. Try to meditate, even if you start for like 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, just something just to start and be consistent. Like, okay, this is the day, this is the time, and I'm going to do this. And then as you do that and you're consistent with it, you can keep at it at another day. You know, it's not something we want you to be it's not something we want to be overwhelming for us. You don't want to feel overwhelmed when you're trying to connect. So, yeah. So I pulled some cards while I was doing this, and these are the cards I'm going to share that is for us all here. So I pulled the hummingbird card right here, the hummingbird. And I want you to be able to look at this hummingbird, and I want you to be able to feel, allow, surrender, and feel anything that you may feel with this hummingbird. Maybe you just seen a hummingbird today, or you connected with a hummingbird earlier this year or recently. Or maybe you've just always loved hummingbirds. It could be your spirit. So they are of the air. That's air energy. I'm going to read you from the guidebook so that anything that you may... So I actually will tell you first, one of the things that I love about hummingbirds is they sing us a song. I love that they sing us a song. I've always found them magical, kind of like a seahorse, whereas they're like constantly going with their wings are flapping. I mean, so many seconds, so fast, and it's a humming sound, and then at the same time they're like able to just be stationary in flight, and they are not like typical birds. Yeah, they're not like typical birds because they also they require that little extra sweetness, that nectar, with either sugar or honey or something of that nature. So most birds they'll just be happy with our water, but they require special nectar, and they preserve that. In this card, you can see spirit is all around. They're completely balanced. Their chakras are all balanced. Yeah, I love that with there. So positive, enthusiastic, spiritually resourceful. Inside the tiny hummingbird resides an endless well of energy and positivity. The hummingbird's secret is that it has to learn where to gather nectar, and it returns to these sources daily for nourishment and rejuvenation. This sacred elixir springs from many sources, but usually involves nature, creativity, and exploring spirituality. Follow the way of the hummingbird and you cannot go wrong. Every droplet of life becomes sweet, every moment worth savoring. There you go. That's nice. Okay. I felt that this was relative to, your aura expansion, your, a being, a feeling that spirit is guiding you, knowing that when you see a feather or a coin or an animal or bird or something like really giving you, eye connecting with you, that you're actually, having gratitude and love and appreciating that. Yeah. And I felt also like that it could help with talking about joy. I had mentioned joy earlier, about getting messy without fear. Like that helps. If you're a perfectionist, that will help you release that energy, doing something that you can get messy with and being okay with it. I mean, think back to childhood and that may help you. The second one that I drew was the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles here. And this is from the fairy deck. So a lot of magic going on here. And you are just, these are all of your accomplishments, all of your coins, all of your success. You are fierce. You are secure. You are safe. You are straightforward, determined, and you're very pleased with where you are in your life and well balanced. Like when I saw that gold, this is the one. These are the ones that are like really in that gold. Nines could be significant for you, and I don't know why I'm guided to say there's 9 planets. 9 planets, 9 pentacles, and third of the earth. So this is earth energy. So you had the air, and you have the earth, and yeah, this is you stepping. This is like if you are already in where you feel like you need to be. This is your magic card right here. For those of you that are already in it. But yeah, also birthday candle. You're at the 9 and you're about to go to the 10. So make sure that wish counts when you make that happen. Oh, I will read to you. This says, the naked young fairy sitting in the grass is synonymous with carefree joys and pleasures. Her crossed position shows her inner safety. The cups form an arc above her, like a rainbow of hope and joy. The tiny white flowers flying up out of the cups announce victory, festivity, and joy. That's beautiful. Okay. And the last one that I drew was number 16, the tower. So here we have the tower. And I tend to be okay with the tower. I know many are not. They feel uncomfortable with it. But if you have been a hard worker most of your life, or have been through situations that kind of gave you the experience and knowledge that you needed in order to know, okay, this is something that I don't want in my life. These are tower moments. They're major transformation. Sometimes they are major transformation and it's an easy transformation, but not typically with this card. As you see, your tower's on fire, lightning hit it, spirit hit it, it's on fire, the kingdom is falling down and you're falling. But this could also mean that you're falling out of those walls that contained you, that limited you, and you're falling into a more open space and mindset to allow yourself space. That did come up in the meditation. Allow yourself space. Allow yourself time and space to feel for yourself, to pamper yourself, to do something nice for yourself. And this could be like you doing it and not necessarily paying someone else to do it for you. That if that's something that you always do, you want this to be a unique occasion. So, maybe at home, you put some music on, some meditation music, you light some candles, you have an Epsom salt bath, and you get really warm. You allow yourself time and space. You prep everything. You say a gratitude of thanks before, and then during, and then after. You're massaging you massage your feet from your legs, upper legs to, you just massage everything when you're drying yourself off, something like that. Or you painting your nails yourself instead of getting them done. But if you also are someone that don't really take yourself out to get those things done, this is the time to do that, to pamper yourself, to know that, okay, I'm going to do something nice for myself. Because when we take care of ourselves, it's actually really coming from a space of your heart and of love. We know that this is transformation, so this could be something with your personal inner life. This could be your career, your home, your relationship with your partner. It could be with family. It could be anything. This could be a major transformation of anything. And so something, how to say. So reflect back to whenever you have had a moment like this and later realized it was for the better. Because we've all had those moments in this life where something that we thought was the end of our world, end of our life happened. But then days, weeks, months, even years later, we reflect back to like, oh, if that hadn't happened, then this wouldn't happen. And I wouldn't have known that. So it's all about learning experiences. So the Spirit wants you to really think about that and to not be afraid of those tower moments, and also be ready, as ready as you can be. I think that's why the heart chakra has come up so much. I also, before we, in this part of it, I didn't expect to go so long with this, but I've going with the flow, you guys, moving like water over here. But I did want to educate and let you all know about the anxiety, is that there's different levels of anxiety, because I also love crystals. I'm sure you love crystals too, and they offer so much healing for us. But the anxiety, if you're someone that is struggling with anxiety, there are different levels of anxiety, and it depends on what type of anxiety you're having as to what crystal would help you at that time. So I feel this is very valuable information that I want to share with you right now. And then we'll go into the tarot reading. Okay. So try to reflect as to what area of your body is having that, is holding the anxiety. So if it's in our crown area, it's a feeling of the lack of universe having your back. You don't feel like universe is supporting you, or you don't feel like there's anyone there, and you feel like you're all alone and you're scared. And so that would be an imbalanced crown chakra. So your third eye would be not following your gut or trusting your own intuition, being afraid of the unknown. That's where, if you're in your comfort zone and you're like, I'm good, you keep having this little knock on your head, and you're like, why is this keep happening? Why do I keep seeing this raven? Why is this skunk in my front yard again? I haven't seen a skunk in 5 years. Why is he there now? That would be an imbalanced third eye. So if it's your throat, you're anxious about expressing yourself, freeing yourself, out of harmony. It's about communication and saying how you feel. So your heart, if your heart's imbalanced and you're having anxiety in your heart, then it's disconnected from, it's when we're disconnected from our feelings, or we're holding on to past hurts. So that is an imbalanced heart chakra. I am going to say that I feel like this is the one that Spirit was reflecting on for the reading. But please, please don't limit yourself. And this is possible that you're experiencing any of these right now. But I find that it's very knowledgeable, and I wanted to share with you, so that when you're in that space and you're like, okay, where's this anxiety residing? Where am I really having this at in my body? And what is it that is going on? You can grab that crystal, that stone, and reflect on that, meditate with it, hold it, have it with you, and start to ask for Spirit's guidance or help with you on releasing and letting go of that fear, and being more like the ocean and flowing and going with the flow. Surrender. It's one of the hardest things that humans do, if you're capable of doing it, because many are not capable of doing that, and that's okay. That's where they are in this life right now, and that was their job that they signed up for. But again, ideally, we all are sent here for a purpose, and to get to that purpose, these are kind of the steps that help you on your path. The solar plexus. So if you're feeling intimidated or altogether overwhelmed, if you feel caught in a power dynamic in a relationship, or pressure to perform well, maybe you're a cross-country runner, maybe you play basketball, maybe you play football, Maybe you're in a ballerina. I mean, there's competition everywhere in this world. You just want to make sure that it's legitimate competition and it's not just an illusion in your brain that you're having this thought. And also, you know, the first step is to admit that you're having the thought. So, okay. The sacral chakra is one that gets many of us women, and that is the guilt and shame. So if you're feeling guilt and shame, that's the anxiety feeling that you're having, that is going to be in the space that is above your private area and below your belly button. That is your sacral solar plexus. And that is, it's usually over intense emotions that haven't been healed yet completely. And I know for my own personal well-being and journey that I've been on, that it's, and also a couple of other friends that we bounce back and forth on, like, man, I thought I was over this. Here it comes again. So I mean, it is what it is. It's, and each time it comes back, I will say, if you're new to this and this is something that you're just now experiencing, from someone that has been going through this, it gets easier the more you surrender and allow the feelings to flow. Allow it to come, allow it to feel, allow yourself to feel, and allow it to go, because that's the only way it's going to go. Because we tend to like cramp up sometimes with it, or we want to hold on to it for some reason, or because of childhood conditioned mindset, whatever it is. But yeah, that's I mean, women have always had this, like, the guilt and the shame. It's just something that was embedded in women from the get-go. But yeah, if that's an imbalanced sacral chakra, and that would be for your anxiety. You want to find an orange stone, some other stones that can help you with that space. And I prefer to lay it on my stomach, or lay it on the part I lay down, and then put that on that particular part of my body, and breathe into it and focus on that while you meditate. Try that out and let me know if that helps you. The root chakra. This is another big one. It's the food, shelter, money, material survival of the world. I mean, those are basic necessities, kind of, really. Food, money, shelter. And so if that's also one, that is your root chakra that's imbalanced, and that if that's where you're having anxiety at, that's you would want to grab like a red jasper, a red stone of some color. Meditate. You could do root chakra meditations. Any of these, you could do the meditations without the crystals. I do feel that the crystals add an extra amplified sense of healing. You'll call up on your archangels. I definitely recommend that for this. So okay, I think this is good. Okay, we're gonna get started. Go wild and on deck here. This one wants to be seen. We have the flame. The flame. 51 could be significant for some of you. Perhaps you're 51 years old. Some of you definitely are. I'm feeling that from spirit right now. 5 plus 1 is also 6, which makes me think of the lovers. But that could mean also, again, that the 6th month of the year could be significant for you, or the 6th day, on the 6th day of a particular month. One of the interesting things about this being the card for our significator card is that if you watched the preview or the beginning, then you're already aware of this. But the meditation I did for this reading before starting was with a candle, and when watching the flame, and then closing my eyes to see what spirit has for me. So feeling this energy right here. The flame, what can we say about the flame? I mean, without light, there is no light without darkness, and there's no darkness without light. Dualities, polarities, the differences of night and day, and we can't have one without the other. Balance. It's like it's all dark around, only this is lit, but it's still dark here, but then all the light is up here. So it's almost like, okay, this is where we want to get to. There's fragmentation here. It's a mountain. This just made me think of this black and white specks here. Can you see in the light? And that made me think of scrying, because you can scry to like the old school black and white screen. I'm not even sure if you can get that anymore, but you can scry to that. I also think of a reptile skin, and almost looks like alligator, crocodile, even maybe a scaly fish. So maybe some of you are Pisces, or reptilian is one of your spirit animals. We have lower chakras. So this is all interesting because we have the red, orange, and yellow lower chakras. There is like a touch of hint of little green here. Yeah, the flame, the passion, what's burning inside of you. That came out. This is very cool that it came out with the dragon right here. I like that. I have no idea where the penny came from. We're going to leave it there. And the other little flower is a zinnia that, yeah, I wanted to be part of this to reading right here. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Okay. Okay, so the flame, the passion, your heart's desire. What's your heart's desire? That just came. What is your heart's desire? 3 of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups in reverse. So the 3 of Cups upright is a very beautiful unity. It's 3 women celebrating, they're dancing, they have their cups up. And if it's reversed, so this could mean that you feel like your voice isn't being heard, or you're feeling bullied by a group. And they want you to take it as a sign to reconnect with the faithful friends that may have drifted away. And Spirit will bring them into your life. Perhaps maybe old friends that you know are like sisters or like brothers that were always there for you. Or perhaps new friendships coming into play. If there are new friendships that are being made, you're meeting new people, new random strangers are stopping at your door, and you're striking up conversation, realizing, oh wow, we have a lot in common, and you're exchanging numbers that way. These are all different ways. I mean, you could run into someone at the grocery, anything. So keep your options open. Keep your options open. Yeah, what your heart desires. So I'm picking up that you just recently had an awakening. And your life has changed in a lot of ways, and you're not sure what's what anymore, and you're kind of in the unknown. And this is part of that unknown, is that the slipping away of friendships because you're different now, because something about you has changed and you're not being accepted now. So they just want you, Spirit wants you to keep your head up and know that you're on the right path. Being guided to also inspire you to keep an eye on numbers. This is the number 3. So if you, when you see threes, if you see 3-3 or 3-3-3 or 1-2-3, so the threes, if you see any number in a double, those are master numbers. So it's like extra power, and it's a message that Spirit's trying to send to you at that time of whatever you're thinking about in your mind, or whatever is going on in your world, or whatever you're doing at that time. So if you look at the clock or speedometer or license plate, a sign, anything where there's numbers, a receipt, and the 3 stands out, and there's 2 3s or 3 3s, just look up on your phone what that means spiritually, and it will tell you and let you know what that means. Also, if you see numbers like 3 4 5, 1 2 3, 2 3 4 on the clock, or anywhere else. I happen to see 1 2 3 4 a lot. It's 12:34, and whenever that happens, that is Spirit telling you, like, hey, you're on the right path right now. So that's really good. 3s are sacred. They've always been a sacred number. Yeah, let's see what we have here. Oh, I've got another one in reverse. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. So we've got fire and water. They're automatic. They're like the total opposites of each other, right? Yeah. So the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is showing this in reverse means that there's a roadblock standing in your way. So they want you to reflect on whether your journey is off track because of an external issue or if it's internal. So an example of like an external issue is too many responsibilities, too much going on, or if it's a lack of your genuine desire. Are you lacking the desire that is required of you to have your passion for your heart's purpose? You know, do you not really want this enlightenment that happened to you? Is your Kundalini rising and you're like, what's Kundalini? You know, have you something happened and your life is forever transformed, and now you're just like in this unknown state, and you've lost people that you thought were your friends, but you know, that just is actually, it's time to move on. You're on another path now. That's all it is. It's just that you know, it happens over a course of time eventually. It doesn't mean that you can't hold space for these people that you were once close to, these friendships that you have. It just means that, you know, if you're being bullied, or if there's a lack of respect for the person that you're becoming, or the unknown of you that you're accepting, then that isn't the right space that you want to be in. You're not being, they're not holding you in a high vibration frequency, and more than likely, if they're a bully, they're not holding themselves in that frequency either. So, I mean, it's okay. Just, it's time to move on, you know? When bullies happen, when differences happen in our lives, you know, we can try to make amends, try to come from our heart and work it out. But if that person isn't really wanting to be accountable for their own actions, and or just not acknowledging, then I mean, or just more concerned about everyone else instead of actually the situation between you and that person, then I mean, you don't provide any more energy. You don't hold space for that anymore. Your energy, you cut that cord and you move on, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? All right, so we have an angel number 1616. All right, 16's out there, and you got double. You got ones and sixes, so you could be seeing ones a lot, sixes a lot, or the number 16 often. So readjustments. Wow, how appropriate is this? Overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with the person from one's past. Everything will fall to pieces. Everything will fall to pieces. If you watched the first half of this, we did get the tower when I was during the meditation preparing for this reading. And I like how this says everything will fall to pieces. And this definitely all feels like a tower moment of, you know, we start out with the flame, the passion, your heart's desire. What is it? Well, I think you know what your heart's desire is. And now it's just like making these tough choices of where you've been for a long time. Maybe you've been stagnant in your energy. I am feeling that at this time. There's been some stagnation. Let's see what archangel animal would be good for you. Again, this is a general collective reading, so please take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. I'd love to hear your story in the comments below. And if anything resonated or stood out to you or caused you to reflect, there we go. This is our one. Oh, we have the bear. Can you see? Oh, I love this. Love this. Look at that. Oh my gosh, and it's the heart. Huh. Wow. We started with what is your heart's desire, and here we have the bear. Right in the heart. Your heart is being enlightened. And there's star above your head that's shining bright, that's showing that you're getting enlightened in your crown as well. Use power with wisdom. Use power with wisdom. So you actually have a pretty strong root sacral. This is why this is here. This is what I'm getting. You have a strong lower chakra system. It's the heart space that's now ready. Yeah, guides are ready to help you with this. Call upon Archangels Uriel and Hophiel to help you with this so that you can have the wisdom, so that your heart isn't continuously hurting for things that you may, or people that you may, or environments, whatever it is that you may have to leave behind. I mean, it could be a vehicle that you've had for 20 years and now it's gone, and, you know, you had an attachment to. You're learning a lesson about that. You know, typically this is about, this card though, is definitely typically about union, celebration when it's this way. You know, everybody has a cup. Everybody's celebrating in their togetherness and their unity and being close. And so, you know, when you're struggling with having that, like if you had that and then now you don't with those people, sure, of course, it's going to be a little bit heartbreaking there. So, I mean, your heart, I'm sure the tears have been shed, but that's allowing the process to happen. I mean, you know, if one of those people bullied you, or, you know, tried to make you think or feel like they do, or upset because you're not, or mad because, you know, you're not the same person anymore. You've changed in a positive light, but it's different from what they've known you. So they, you know, if they feel the need to be disrespectful or say negative things or bully or distance themselves, and I mean, that's their prerogative, but that's theirs. Spirit is saying what they say about you is none of your business. It's none of your business, and they're saying to leave it. To leave it. Whenever we're in a situation and we feel like we have really close friends, it's a nice feeling. It's comforting. You're like, oh, we really connect. We're really together. And when the winds change, when the wave crashes and hits the rock, and you know something happens that's caused a change in one of your lives, you know, bullying isn't ever a way to accomplish any good, anything positive, anything that's going to be in a higher frequency. It's a very low frequency, and it doesn't help anyone involved. The bully is bullying out of fear, and out of maybe even a conditioned mindset. And so, but empaths have to be very careful with this type of energy, because you know, you can actually allow that space to you know, take over. You may like feel for them so much that you put yourself on the back burner and don't stand up for yourself, because you know deep down that they are hurting. You know that that's why they're doing it, you know, that but does it make it okay? And do you have to keep yourself in that space just for their sake? Absolutely not. You are giving them power when you do this, and it is not theirs to take. They are wanting your power because they have no power. So it is extremely important that you do remove yourself from the situation and do not provide any more energy into that space or atmosphere anymore. Yeah, grab your bear, grab Archangels Uriel and Hophiel, call upon them and ask for their guidance so that you can have the power with the wisdom. Because maybe you have the wisdom right now, but you're lacking the power, or vice versa. It's one of those things, or it's knowing how to use it. It's something new to you that you're coming into play with, and it's just, it is what it is. That is all I have for today. Yeah, let me see. We definitely have the threes. You have the ones here, and you have the ones here. And the first house is about self. It's ruled by the planet Mars. So remember that. Remember that when you see those ones, or 11, or 1111, or 1010, yeah, or 1616. Remember that. And remember this card. Remember readjustments. It is okay for you to readjust your life and yourself. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be able to learn and grow, and we actually learn from our mistakes. We learn from our faults. We're not learning when everything's a utopia and everyone, you know, it's all cupcakes and rainbows. I mean, it's beautiful. It sounds like it'd be really nice to have, but it's not realistic. It's not realistic. And to bring back down to earth and get yourself grounded and be okay with who you are on the right path. You are doing just fine. Keep up the good work and pay attention to the signs that Spirit provides for you, whether it is a feather, a flower, a crow, a raven. Whether you're meditating and see dragons, you can meditate with dragons. It is the year of the dragon still. Whenever you find coins on the ground, that is of the earth. That is earth energy. That is guidance from Spirit. They want you to pick that coin up, whether it's a penny a dime, nickel, whatever it is, that's there for you to pick up, and that is a gift, and they want you to take that and set up yourself an altar if you don't have one already. Set yourself up an altar for spirit to show your respect and thanks for their guidance and their help for you. Thank you so much. This has been a wonderful reading. I really hope you've enjoyed it yourself. I did. Yeah, until next time, the divine light in me is very pleased to greet and be in holding this space with you and for you in your divine light. Have a cosmic night, meow.